I think we started actually with a melody, not even with lyrics. We had a melody and then we played some chords in the guitar. Then we translated that melody into the bass line. So the line that was in the bass became a synth sound, which is the intro of the song.
My name is Munevar and this is Juan Tobon, and today we're gonna bring you guys behind the scenes of our new single, Passenger, behind the lyrics and behind the music. So we decided to take a trip to New Orleans. Actually, it was for his birthday. And we
Really?
wanted, yeah, it was your birthday present.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We decided to take a plantation tour to the Whitney plantation. We actually had a really amazing tour guide. One of the things that he was walking us through is the idea of the lottery. When one of the slaves really wanted to be free, he would work really hard. If the master of the plantation decided to give that person money
To buy his freedom.
And then what he said, which was something that really stuck to me, is like, just by having one slave in a plantation buy his freedom gave everybody else hope. And then he brought that all back to the American dream. Everybody wants to be part of that 1%, and just to see that 1% thriving, it makes the whole entire population work so hard every day. However you want to put it, we're still in that system.
It's a never-ending race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a really big message that I left New Orleans with, and an idea that I had never really thoroughly dug into.
I love any kind of synth sounds, and I have this library in my head. I like to construct them from, to build them. I wanted something opaque. At the same time, I wanted to be like, that it was going through the mix. She asked me what do I want the song to be about,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said something like struggle.
Yeah, I think my first idea of a struggle that I can relate to deeply is being an immigrant in this country. And I immediately thought of my parents coming here, having $1,000 in their pockets and 2 kids to feed. And then I thought of your dad and your mom and how hard it was for them to live through that, but then how they overcame it. I think that for me is the epitome of struggle. So I started to write about that a little bit. The song kind of starts like, can't keep holding it in. Have these walls I built become too thick? I wrote it actually pretty low, kind of low for me, but it was almost like a whisper, like a mumble, because living as a DACA, because I'm also DACA and an immigrant, you're almost like, I can't completely be transparent with everybody around me. I think in the works, it really became about this idea of what society wants us to be, and this culture of like the white picket fence, like that's the American dream, the cookie cutter lifestyle where everything is perfect, and you really want to believe that, but once you're here, is like, no, like breaking normality, breaking tradition is really what this song started to become. And it goes back, to our trip to New Orleans. So that second lyric that goes, pieces of me conform to the cookie cutter life I was sold. Pieces of me conform to the cookie cutter life I was sold. There are pieces that I really do want to conform because I do want to fit in, but at the same time, it's like I'm selling my soul, I'm selling my essence, and am I okay with that? And it was a lot of questioning. I'm asking myself, but I'm also asking the listener. I actually took a long time to write the second verse because I didn't know where I wanted to take this song. I knew it was something really meaningful and really powerful, but I needed to do it justice with the lyrics. It took like 2 months to really process what I wanted to say. I had all the ideas.
Yeah, because I don't think you're using any complicated words. They're simple words, but they're in the right place.
One of my favorite parts is
But only fools and the fortune's luck.
Favor fortune's luck in the carousel of mirrored walls.
But only fools envy fortune's luck in the carousel of mirrored walls.
Tying into the idea that it's so easy to really envy extravagant life up there when it's all a facade. Like I just pictured a house of mirrors where just like we don't know what's real.
But then after that, there was a mistake in the recording. And then I just kept playing, and then we stopped the session like that. So next day I wake up and I hear that, and then I was like, well, we should do this like an instrumental part. And that's where you hear the voice of Laura being sing like with a delay, and then it repeats that can't keep holding it in while there's an instrumental, very dark instrumental going below.
Can't keep holding it in. Have these walls I built become too thick?
And then some hard hits like which is kind of like a wake-up call, you know. And then after that is that build up into the other verse.
How do I break out? Heal myself from all these struggles, slow down.
And then after that instrumental break is like, I need to break through. And so the voice starts to go from here to, don't you
Break my spirit.
So it really builds this level of like, okay, it's a whisper, but no, like I need to break out of whatever, you know, I'm feeling. I'm here, listen to me. And I'm a passenger, I'm part of this universe.
The smoke and mirrors lately.
We wrote the end before I wrote that instrumental part. That, you know, I just came one day to the studio and started playing around with that, and I was like, hey, this is really beautiful. Check this out. What can we do with this? And that's when you came up with your lines, right?
With the
Yeah.
That was actually like supposed to be in the middle or the beginning, and then it ended up being
The outro.
the outro because it was really beautiful and we didn't know where it would fit.
Yeah, actually, I don't think this is a very structured song in a sense of pop music, you know? Like, you can't say verse 1, verse 2, chorus, bridge, you know, it's very spread out.
As we develop the song, it starts to ask what it needs.
Yeah, we took away a lot of things, we put them back, 5 different pads, keyboard pads, that they're very subtle, you know? So those are things that you might not even listen to the first time, the second time, the third time, just like in some songs, you know? Only when you listen to the song like 6 times is when you understand and realize what's going on like sonically. And this song has a lot of that. I don't expect people, but I would like them to just get into the song and experience something that we lived through, you know? We went out of the studio, we went to the car, then we played the song, and it just felt like
An experience.
we were somewhere else, you know, sonically. Plus, if you have the lyrics and then you make that dual connection, I think is even better. That's one of the successful things that we have as a couple that write music together. I love the way she writes melodies and lyrics, and she feels very comfortable with the way I do things musically. I am very stubborn, you know, but sometimes I'll try it just because I trust her knowledge and, you know, her touch and her passion in music. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let's try that, you know?
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys can stream our song on Apple Music, Spotify. Give us a like, a follow, subscribe, all the things that people tell you to do, and we're telling you to do them now. Thank you guys so much. My name is Laura, and this is...
Stop.